So to our students who are currently watching, let's try this problem. Okay, so we have Adrian traced the rough outline of a mountain that they plan to climb next week. So given the draft of the mountain below, so this is the real mountain, and this is the draft of the mountain at the bottom. So we need to find the distance between points A and B. On this slope of the mountain, so how are we going to find the distance between A and B? Given that we have AC is equal to 4 kilometers, given that angle ACB is 30 degrees, and given that the distance between C and B is equal to 4 square root of 3 kilometers. For this problem, okay, we can use again the special right triangles and our formulas for finding the area, okay, but it's much safer to use another theorem that you've learned during your lecture. So we have the Law of Cosines. Okay, so this is one of the laws for finding the side measurements and the angle measurements of oblique triangles, or triangles without with different measurements or different angle measurements and different side measurements. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be using the law of sines. The first thing that we have to do to keep it organized is to name our sides and angles. So this side AB could be small letter C. This side opposite to angle B, so that's gonna be 4 kilometers, so that's small letter B. And this side opposite of angle A, so that's gonna be 4 square root of 3. Again, of course, we have our three angles, so that's gonna be A, B, and C. Okay, so for the law of cosines, okay, so the formula for finding the value of a side measurement C using the law of cosines, that's gonna be C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB, okay, cosine of the value of the sine that we have here that's given. Okay, so that's cosine C. Okay, yeah, so that's the general formula, but it always changes based on the one that you're looking for, the side measurement that you're looking for. So let's say, for example, you're looking for B, the formula will be transformed into B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine of whatever angle you're given there. Okay, so that's gonna be B. Okay, so for this one, to solve for the value of C, okay, dear students, so this is gonna give us C squared is equal to 4 square root of 3 squared, that's the value of our A, plus 4 squared minus 2 times the value of A, which is equal to 4 square root of 3, times the value of B, which is equal to 4, multiplied to cosine of 30. Of course, we're going to use we're going to need the help of our technology, of our calculator for this one. Okay, so what's 4 square root of 3 squared? So that should give you 48. Okay, so 48 plus 16. Okay, minus, okay, so what's 2 times 4? Okay, 2, okay, so that's gonna be 2 times 4 square root of 3 times 4. So that should give you 32. Yeah, 32 square root of 3. Because 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 4 is 32. So that's why there's a 32 square root of 3 there, multiplied by cosine of 30. Okay, for this problem. And therefore, this is going to give us, okay, so what's 48 plus 16? So that should give you 64. Okay, so that's going to give us 64 minus 32 square root of 3 multiplied by cosine of 30. Okay, so for this problem, you can stop here if you don't have a calculator. But since we do have a calculator, we can evaluate, or we can make this answer, this term, much more simpler. Okay, so that's going to be square root of 64. If we don't have a calculator, that's going to be square root of 64 minus 32 square root of 3 multiplied by cosine of 30. But since we have a calculator, we can evaluate that on our calculator. So that's going to give us square root of 64 minus 32 square root of 3, okay, multiplied to cosine of 30. So times cosine of 30. And that should just give us 4. Okay, there you go. Okay, for this one. Okay, and oh yeah, so yeah, that's the answer. We've already squared everything. Okay, so if you use your calculator, if you try to evaluate this on your calculator, so there you go. Okay, so that's just gonna be C, since we've already taken the square root. Okay, we've already taken the square root of this one. So C is equal to the square root of 64 minus 32. Square root of 64 minus 32 square root of 3 times cosine of 30. And therefore C will be equal to 4. So therefore the side measurement of AB will be equal to 4. So since C is equal to AB, therefore AB is equal to 4 kilometers. And we managed to solve this problem with the help of our calculator. And also, of course, we can use the properties, okay, the properties for finding these sine and cosine measurements of 30, 60, 90. They have these specific properties as well. Okay, so therefore, what type of triangle, what type of mountain is Adrian trying to climb? He's trying to climb an isosceles type of mountain. The rough outline of it would be looking like a isosceles triangle. Okay, so for this one, the value of AB is equal to 4 kilometers, same as AC. And that's how we solved it.